Welcome back to the Report program. Some basketball coaches of the Amateur Athletic Union, or the AAU, have been under fire for their unprofessional style of recruitment. We go to reporter Courtney Bowe for more. These new rules are more specific in space requirements and create potentially more humane conditions for animals. Phew, we got through it, guys. I'm Tamika Adams, your political correspondent for OC News. Thanks, Ashley. Understandably, voter fatigue is real. As energy winds down from the buzz of election night, here at OC News, we are breaking down results from the exit polls. But be advised, as poll numbers are still being updated on a national level. Most local races have been called, so let's meet our new local officials. Following the trend of gun violence sweeping the nation, experts are examining the true intention of the Second Amendment. Tech companies like Google and Facebook will continue to do the gatekeeping of your news and information, whether you know it or not. As interpretations of the Second Amendment vary over time, the true meaning will be derived by the Supreme Court. Like gender, equity, and education become more visible, institutions like Cal State Fullerton may have to adapt over time. Some believe elements of the web, like social media, can be drastically altered. Central Arts Center hosts innovative and engaging artists like Yasmin Kazem. Imagine, you land that dream job, the one you've been working towards for years, with a company that creates some of the most viewed content online. Now, imagine getting sick, really sick. How would this change the way you did your job? Better yet, how would this change you? Well, the scenario is not just hypothetical. It's the reality for video blogger Megan Boykoff, and this is her story.
I think it started with theater. I feel like a lot of people in journalism started out in theater. There's something about like the performance aspect, and you tend to be people. And then later on in life, it turned into, I don't want to report the news, I want to make people feel good. And the way that made the most sense to me was to be present in this new world of social media.
In a twist of fate, some of Megan's content unknowingly predicted the future.
Sometimes people lose all their hair and it's not their choice. Today I got to walk around because I did have a choice, and I'm grateful for that.
In April of this year, Megan, at the age of 26, was diagnosed with cancerous cells in her colon. This would require surgery, followed by 6 months of chemotherapy.
My diagnosis changed who I was, fundamentally. Not only my sense of myself, my identity, but literally on a cellular level. So it would be impossible for it to not affect the kind of content that I wanted to create. And after the diagnosis, I spent 1 or 2 months not vlogging anything because it was too overwhelming. But then there was just this one day that was so overwhelming that I finally felt like I needed to put it somewhere, and I started vlogging. And then ever since then, there's like an account of the journey.
It turns out social media provided a way for her to catalog and process some of the most challenging months of her life.
An experience like cancer opens you up to many other experiences that you haven't had before. And so I feel more connected to different communities of people than I was before, and I'm influenced to make content to speak to them because everyone wants to see themselves represented and spoken to, and I have the platform to do that. As of now, I'm definitely still afraid of it happening again. I'm really afraid that it's gonna come back. Because part of me is like, I can't imagine doing this again. But I also know you're stronger than you think. I could cry forever thinking about what my boyfriend has sacrificed to take care of me. Yeah. Shit would be really different if he didn't give up his life for mine in a lot of ways. So thanks, Jake. If I could reach through time and whisper in my ear 8 months ago, I would tell myself, there's just no point in being fearful of almost anything, really. But I'm working on letting it go, because what a pity to go through this and then waste your life being afraid. That's not the point.
And we have an update on Megan's condition. Spirits are high as she's finished her last round of chemotherapy. For more on her journey of healing, follow her on Twitter @Megan Boykoff. This has been Tamika Adams reporting for OC News.